But yeah, really beautiful. Not a lot of seeds, which is great. And I'm gonna go ahead and taste this. You can see it kind of coming into view in the distance here. Just have to open up this gate and then we'll walk over and we'll check out the different varieties. I'm out here in Missouri. This is a research and experimentation site for agroforestry and tree crops. I don't know exactly how many cultivars there are, but we're gonna see. And we're gonna check out some fruit. This is a Susquehanna Pawpaw tree, and I've never tried one before. And they're an improved variety of Pawpaw. It's supposed to be a lot more flesh, and as you can tell, it's a lot bigger, and less seeds per mass of Pawpaw flesh. So I've heard really good things about this variety. Here in this plantation, we've got a ton of other varieties to try, but apparently this one's the best. It's a variety by Neil Peterson. I think the story is that Neil went around and collected the best pawpaws kind of around the Midwest and other parts of the country from different farms that apparently had, or wild varieties that were apparently better than average. And then he brought them all back and grew those out, and the best of those are his releases, and this is one of the best. So I don't have a knife, so I'm just gonna break open this Susquehanna. I don't know how the camera's gonna pick that up, but yeah, really beautiful. Not a lot of seeds, which is great. And I'm gonna go ahead and taste this. See, let's find a nice ripe area. That's the thing with Pawpaw. Sometimes there's like some areas that aren't very ripe. Wow. Probably one of the best Pawpaws I've ever had. I think part of that, I might have Pawpaw on my face right now. Part of that is because it's just so much flesh. Like usually you have to bite like a little piece here, a little piece there, and like there's tons of seeds. But I just got a mouthful of mostly the pulp, which is really delicious. It has a marshmallow consistency, very sweet. And so yeah, this is Susquehanna, and that might be it for today, but we might be able to find some other varieties to try. So okay, here's another variety. It just has a kind of a serial code 1035. I don't know if that's a one just for this research farm here, or if that's kind of known in the industry. It's got kind of like a white flesh. I don't know if you can tell, but a lot less gold than the Susquehanna, but definitely ripe. Give it a shot. Very sweet and doesn't have a lot of Pawpaw flavor, but good texture, good sweetness. Most of the fruit are medium to large size, some smalls, but decent amount of ratio of seeds to flesh, 1035. All right, so this is another one. This is Sunflower, another one of Peterson's Pawpaws, I believe. And apparently this one's a little bit later ripening, because most of the ones are still on the tree. But yeah, it's a pretty heavy bearer. Some really nice look. This one looks exactly like an Atalfo mango. And yeah, there's another variety called mango though, so they couldn't call it that. But let's open this one up. I think there's some ants in here, but yeah, beautiful yellow flesh, not a lot of seeds. Part of it looks like it's a little bit overripe, but let's maybe take a bite of this end. Pretty mild as well, not as sweet as Susquehanna, but the texture is really good. It's definitely, if there's such thing as a melting Pawpaw, that's this one. It's like really smooth, but like very buttery too. So texture's great, medium sweetness though. So, and seeds are about the same size as Susquehanna, but yeah, Susquehanna's still better.
All right, so this is the prolific variety of Pawpaw. So see how that is. It's good. Yeah, it doesn't taste like too strong like some of the other Pawpaw varieties do.
How would you compare it to the first one we had, the Susquehanna?
It's definitely milder.
Milder. A lot of seeds or mostly flesh?
There are some seeds, not like too many though. Not compared to wild.
Okay, great. And what's your YouTube channel?
Oh, Jabberwalks.
Jabberwalk, check them out. Okay, this is the NC1, and you can see it in the background. It's kind of hit by sun scald. Pawpaws like it in the shade in the beginning of their lives because it reduces stress, but you need to give them a decent amount of sun, part sun to almost full sun, to get them to fruit well. But if you give them direct full sun like you see here, it's kind of unprotected, and the fruit can get sun scald, the tree can get sun scald. So underneath some nearby trees with a little bit of distance from them, it's probably ideal. But let's try this one, the NC1. Again, like some of the other ones, very mild, light flesh. Good texture though, very buttery, very fudgy. Not bad at all, but not blowing my socks off. And the last one I'm going to do for this video, this is mango. Just kind of opened it up. Definitely looks seedier, smells more strong mango smell, so maybe it's more closely related to or closely tied to some of the wild varieties. Let's take a bite. Definitely different. Has a little bit more of an acidic taste to it, just a touch more fruity, softer. This one's still green, even though it feels like almost overripe in terms of its consistency. But if you don't mind the seeds, it's actually really tasty. Higher sugar content than most of the others. I mean, you can see all of the little seedlings popping up, little pawpaw seedlings. So I might be digging these up and transplanting them out because, yeah, these are either going to be seedlings or suckers from the main tree. So that's going to be important to know, because if it's a seedling, it may have different traits than the main tree, but if it's a sucker, it's going to be a clone.